Look, we're gonna be okay. We still have each other. And we still have coffee. What is the best, cheapest, least crap way to brew coffee at home? This guy gets a bad rap, and that's because if you don't brew it correctly, you can get this thin, muddy, bitter, dry, powdery drink that just flat out sucks. But it can be lovely. Part of the problem with this brewer is this mesh filter. The holes are pretty big, allowing shattered fragments of coffee through into the final drink. That's why Plunger Coffee can taste a little powdery or a bit muddy. It's because it actually has coffee fragments in it. This recipe is going to try to eliminate those. Usually, I recommend 15 grams of coffee to 250 grams of water. But that recipe is better suited to a lighter roast filter style of coffee. But we're not going to use filter coffee today. Instead, we're going to go down to our local cafe and we're going to support them by buying some of their coffee. And 99.9% of the time, that's going to be roasted for espresso. We're going to use 200 grams of water instead of 250. This is going to bring the final brew down closer to the strength of a long black. Take 15 grams of espresso roast per person. Today, I'm making coffee for 4, so I'm going to use 60 grams. And grind it coarse. It should feel coarser than brown sugar. Now this is important because if your particles are too small, they'll fit straight through this filter, making your brew taste muddy. Next, 200 grams of boiling water. Filtered through a carbon filter if possible. That will pull out the chlorine, but it's not essential. Coffee in, water in, and stir. This is important. This breaks up the crust, the foam that forms on the top of the brew, and allows all of the coffee fragments to sink to the bottom, so that way they won't pass through this filter at all. We're going to wait 3.5 minutes before we start to press. And when we do, we're going to do it very slowly. The slower the better. If you press too quickly, you'll force fragments through that mesh filter and into your drink. So we're going to press slowly, taking at least 30 seconds. We're not going to press all the way to the bottom. We're going to carefully watch, and the moment the mesh and all that coffee starts to get close to the sediment that has formed at the bottom, we're going to stop. There should be a gap between the mesh and the coffee at the bottom. As soon as we are finished pressing, we're going to decant the brew straight out of the brewer and into your coffee cup or into a teapot. When we do pour out of the brewer, leave some coffee brew still at the bottom. It's mostly sediment anyway, so you probably just want to leave it behind. It tastes like crap. And boom, coffee survival. What are you so bloody chirpy about? Don't you know the world's ending? Oh, I've got the answer for that too. Cool it down in the fridge. Brown sugar, hot water makes a simple sugar syrup. Vodka. This one comes from my mates at the Spirited Lot Distillers. Chris and JP made a vodka from coffee, so check that out. Skip Frangelico, it tastes like crap anyway. Agitate. Boom. Stimulant and a depressant in one. You're smart. You already know this. You can support your local cafe even if you're not buying a flat white from them. It's going to be alright. We have each other. Thanks for watching.